need help with right now, or?
You said just a shovel.
Yeah, no, we're not. I looked for shovels.
I think it might be sunny for some days after.
Right, I looked for a shovel. We didn't have any shovels. All we had was brooms. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not going to help. The little dustpan is not gonna. Nobody wants to do that with ice. So.
And then it all melted, and that kind of helps too, so we don't have to ask for that.
But now everything's like so gross and muddy, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just waiting on her to get here. So. Did you guys have a great Super Bowl party?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was kind of sleeping. It's sleeping. It was great.
Who were you guys rooting for? Patriots or the Rams?
The Patriots.
What? We can't be friends anymore. Y'all are gonna have to get a new case manager.
We like Patriots.
No.
We always like the Patriots. And the only thing last year was the Eagles. We like the Eagles.
Later.
Yes, hello.
Hi,
How are you
Carla.
doing today?
Nice.
Yes.
I'm doing well.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
And where are you from now?
I'm home from Homeful. My name's Amy.
Amy, okay. Amy from Homeful,
Yes,
okay.
Are you Carla?
Yes,
Hi,
I am
Carla.
Carla. You can go ahead and come on in.
Thank you.
You go ahead and have a seat.
Amy.
Say hi.
All right. Well, I'm not sure what Stephanie told you. I'm here to do is called a mid-level, right? It's a fancy name for asking you a bunch of questions you've already been asked and you've already answered. This is basically just to find out if the level of supports we're giving you right now are too much, too little, or just right. Does that make sense? All right. So how long have you been living here?
We've been living here since, what was it? Just a couple days before August ended. So it's getting ready to be September.
You were at shelter before that?
Uh-huh.
How long were you at shelter?
It was at the shelter in June, like the 6th.
And what were the circumstances that led you to come to shelter?
My landlord, he was a scum lord. He sit there and I had told him that we needed some stuff fixed in the apartment. He never came and fixed it. The time that he did have people come fix it, they tore up the bathroom floor. I had just laid down new tile in the bathroom and stuff, and he had them tear it all up, put holes in the bathroom floor that goes down in the apartment that was under us that nobody lived at. There was people coming in and out the bottom apartment and nobody lived there. There was a man that lived not across the street, but over one house. And one day when my kids came back home, he was jacking off in the front door.
Okay.
And I had it videotaped.
Okay.
And
So you got
I felt like whenever I had the video, I showed the landlord. The landlord was like, "Oh gosh," you know what I mean. And so after that, that's when the stuff about everything getting tore up. He ran up my water bill because I had just gotten my school money from Regent University, and I had paid my bills, and all my bills were paid up. I didn't owe anybody anything. And then when the time came and he did all that, I told myself, go ahead and pay my old, because I had an old housing authority bill in Louisville, Kentucky, and I went ahead and paid that. That was $2,000. And then I already had the heads up that if we had went to the shelter, that they would help with getting arranged somewhere else, right? So I went ahead and paid the $2,000 so that way we would get, housing quicker, and then we moved to the shelter.
So was this unit, the one that you were in that had this horrible landlord, was that here in Dayton or was that back in the
That was in Middletown, Ohio. Mm-hmm.
She's got 3 kids, right?
No, there's 4 kids. One baby is sleeping.
Okay, 4 together. And where does everybody go to school?
Well, she goes to Sinclair. I go to Sinclair. She goes to Louise Troy, and he's homeschooled. And the baby was going to clickety clock, but then something happened with the paperwork that says, and it lists me now as a caregiver, and I'm the parent. And so I went back and did a lot of investigation today. So I called like the job center and let them know that, hey, do you all have me under caregiver? Because when you look at the stuff about child care, everything trickles down from your main case.
Sure.
So they said, no, I'm listed as the mom, the parent in the computers. But I told her, I said, I left a message for the people at the child care because the child care, I can't swipe with me being a caregiver and putting them in daycare. They made it look like I'm a caregiver. I'm not a caregiver, I'm the mom. And it's like a deterrent from, because I'm still fighting for his father to pay child support.
I just have a question now that you brought that up. So they said they just told you can't swipe, or when you swipe it?
No, I'm not gonna swipe. Me personally, legally, I feel like I will not swipe it because I'm not gonna swipe it, and then there's a charge to the state that says that I'm a caregiver to my child. It got to say parent because before that it was listed parent. So somebody just recently went back in the computer and changed that information that was wrong.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do, or
yeah, because there's different circumstances too with daycare. Because when you're a caregiver, there's different rules, and you get some kind of extra kind of work. I'm the mom. And so those are the two different circumstances for two different situations that's going on, and so I need to make sure that's straightened out.
You said the daycare was clickety clock.
Yeah, but he might not be going back there because the reason why I'm so hesitant about letting him go ahead and get me swiping is because they had made me sign something about they was going to change location from clickety clock to another location, right? And the paperwork that they gave me, some of it was like where it said caretaker. I had to mark it out and put parent on everything. So when I did that, and I took a picture of it to make sure for my records, and when I did that and I returned it back, and then like in the mail I got the paperwork from the daycare, then all of a sudden everything started to change to caretaker, and then no. Yeah, I told the lady at daycare he will not be returning until that is fixed.
Okay.
What kind of income's coming into the house right now?
Okay, well, my husband, we're separated. He pays for his two children.
Child support for children.
Mm-hmm. And then we get school money because I took loans out. And then child support is supposed to, in Kentucky, when women apply for child support and they get it, and when it comes tax time, usually the tax money comes to the child because he owes way back child support.
Sure.
Not only him, but the little baby's daddy too.
Okay.
So that's something, I know his should be coming, and then I'm still fighting for his.
Food stamps?
Yeah, we do get food stamps.
Medical.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you're from Homeful and not the shelter?
So Homeful provides case management services and assessment services inside the shelter. So while my office is at the shelter, I work for Homeful.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
St. Vincent de Paul is the other agency in the shelter, and they do like the building. So they do like cleaning the building, doing the food, running that front desk area. But Homeful provides like case management services and that assessment that you got when you very first came in, when you had to sign all that paperwork. That's Homeful.
Okay.
So it's a little bit confusing. So have you ever had, tell me about any doctors that you've ever seen?
Oh, the only doctor I'm going to go see is the one from Social Security when they assign me a doctor to get ready to go.
So never seen, so you have a Social Security application in right now?
Yes.
Okay, who are you working with on that, or did you file it yourself?
I filed it myself.
Good for you. It's big, huh?
Yeah, that's a long one. Just wanting to know your past employers and things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm only the one who's going to be able to answer that.
Sure. When was the last time you worked with?
Last time I worked?
Mhm.
Oh, in June or July. My last job was at Myers.
Okay.
And it was only maybe about a month.
Okay. What are you going to school for?
Music.
Oh, what kind of music? My daughter plays clarinet.
Oh yeah,
The
she
marching
plays
band.
bassoon.
Okay. I used to play saxophone in the marching band as well.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay.
That's awesome. Very good. How much longer do you have to go?
Oh, well, I had to call for my transcripts to the college, so they need to check all that out. Because I already got a degree in nursing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
in what is it, Ohio, they're not in the nursing compact.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't use my nursing license in Ohio. But I have reinstated it and stuff like that.
Good.
Yeah, but I just let it go ahead and go. I just do it for like the fingerprint check with
Oh,
the
yep.
FBI and stuff like that.
Yep.
So that way they can, know I'm still here.
So, no medical doctors, no psychiatrists, no therapists, no other case.
Nope.
Nope. And
No.
do you have any other case managers with any other agencies, or just stuff?
And just a homeful. And we had Stephanie, Stephanie, we had Martina and Emily, and Michelle.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, and Michelle, yeah, we had Michelle too.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any medical issues? Going to a doctor for any reason, on any kind of medications, anything like that? Okay. Now, this is kind of a strange question, but do you have any legal history? Anything in the last 5 years? Any felonies, misdemeanors?
No, I
probation?
have no criminal record. You can't have a LPN,
I
a
didn't think so.
research
Yeah.
with fingerprints and have a criminal record.
That's why I said
You
it's
have
gonna be a
an
little bit of an
LPN
odd
license?
question.
Yeah, I have an LPN license. It's lapsed now, but it still was good, and so, I mean, I've been checking it, and I don't have no criminal record at all. I said last time, maybe 2001, maybe, I had a speeding ticket. Yeah. Speeding ticket. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for that. All right, so this is my favorite question to ask. If you were just looking around the house and happened to find a really cool bottle and you rubbed it and a genie came out and granted you 3 wishes, what would those 3 wishes be?
God, that was I don't know, I guess that, I guess a little help with paying the rent. Maybe get a car.
Good point.
Yeah.
You gotta think. the
Because
last
we did
one-
have a vehicle in
It took
Middletown. We did.
It broke
but
down.
It broke
and
down.
she
And when I
overpaid
took, I
to get
took
it fixed, and then
and
fixed
it
it.
returned it back, and I drove it maybe half a mile, and it broke down.
Oh,
And I just paid like $500 some for it with my school money. I'm like, I can't do that no more.
Yeah.
So we've been calling it Uber and like Lyft.
Okay.
Yeah, but I guess the car would be okay. And I guess the last one.
I think this real carefully.
You can't wish for more wishes.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
You have to play by the rules.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess if we all have everything, and I did those 2. I guess the last one I would say, like for dinner at the shelter, even though we're not there, for the people to get like out to eat, Domino's or Pizza Hut or something.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, isn't it? So what about the unit? You like this friend? You like this place?
Yeah, that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many bedrooms is it?
3.
Okay. How much is rent?
1,024.
Yes, 24, because I think we said 25 last time and I got corrected, so yeah, it's 24.
How much was the rent of the place that you were living at in Middletown?
395.
So, and the utilities, are utilities included here?
Yeah, utilities.
Anything wrong with the unit? Anything need repaired, anything need fixed, anything broken, anything not working? Did you ever talk to the landlord?
Yeah, one time I did call her. I called her, the heat or something wasn't working. Is that right? The heat wasn't working? Yeah, so she sent some people
And
over
they changed
here.
the filter
And
thing.
it changed the filter and something in there. I couldn't do it.
So they were receptive when you called,
Yeah,
they responded? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, is there anything that I didn't ask about that you think I should know?
Lord happy to be in Dayton and not Middletown.
Okay.
And I prefer everybody not to go to Middletown.
I hear that, yes.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of Middletown either.
Yeah, no Middletown.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess we're happy to be in here in Dayton. The people that we have met have been okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The people at college have been okay, like Monty.
Yeah.
Because we met, had to get out because we weren't from here. So,
Sure, oh yeah.
so besides people at like the shelter, we hardly ever see. Then like going out and like at the college and or just out and about. I mean, we haven't seen no violence.
Okay.
That's important,
Okay.
haven't seen no violence because in Louisville, it's kind of dangerous in Louisville a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah, but not where we lived at because we lived in a nice home. But from all the reports and things like that. But like right now, I haven't watched any of the Dayton news lately, but I mean, as far as we've seen, it's safe around here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. All right, well, that's the end of my parts. I don't know if you're gonna do some more stuff then, but do you have any questions for me before I leave? What I do is pretty short and simple it's not real difficult. So really, we're just trying to make sure that all of the services that we're providing you are helping you to become more and more stable.
Yeah, that's
So
what
we just want to find out if we're doing too much. We want to back off if we're not doing enough. We want to do what you need. So I'm just really here just to find out if we're doing stuff that's going to help you long term, and if you feel like there's anything that you really think that you need help with that we're not helping with. So my part's pretty quick. Do you have any questions while I'm here?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward, huh?
Yeah.
My part's kind of boring. Yeah. I get to do a lot of the fun stuff. All right, well then that's all I have. Stephanie's going to continue to be your case manager. We're going to continue with everything the way that it is currently. We're going to go back and talk to Ben just about what the overall plan is. And then
Overall plan for what?
just like where you are at with what your next paperwork appointment is going to be, when you need to next be recertified. We have to recertify like every 3 months, and it's really just redoing paperwork. So
We just did it the last time I was here.
okay, so
Oh,
it looks like
yeah.
you won't have to do one again for another 3 months or so. So just, things like that, just to make sure. The program that we have you in just requires me to come out every 6 months and for us to do that paperwork every 3 months, just making sure you're current with everything you need to be current with.
Oh, okay.
But it sounds like it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Then I will get out of your hair. Like I said, you'll talk to Stephanie for anything you need, like day-to-day type stuff, or if anything happens with the apartment or the utilities. She can also help you get linked up with 4C to help you figure out this clickety-clack and you being listed as a caregiver.
Yeah, because that sounds so confusing.
It
I've
is.
been in the daycare world,
Yeah,
and
so-
I've never heard of that. Like, I
Yeah.
used to be a director, and I don't know, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
And it's crazy because in Kentucky, when you're a caregiver, you're a CNA. I used to be a CNA back in the day, right? And then I went and got my, medication aid, and then my LPN, but that doesn't make you a caregiver of the children.
No,
I'm
it
not in a
doesn't.
nursing home.
Yeah, especially when you're like a mom.
Yeah,
it's
I think
not
too
random
much
children
pain.
you found. These are your kids.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
got
so-
too many pains to be like, they ain't mine.
I hear that. Yeah, so it's fine. Let's see if we can ask somebody who can just like cut to the chase and instead of chasing paperwork for days between a bunch of different
Yeah.
agencies. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thanks so much for letting me come in and talk for a while. I appreciate it.
Yeah, nice meeting
Nice meeting you too. Let us know if you need anything, okay?
Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You enjoy yourself.
You too.
The rest of the day. Thank you.
It kind of does look like a turtle now that you say that.
Oh, talking about this?
Yeah.
I sit there and I was like, it was so many things. I seen like a face. It's just so many. I just said, let's just take it and put it on the refrigerator so that way. Yeah.
And how old's the baby? Is that like a teen thing? Like, he's
3.
every time I've been here. He's 3.
He's 3.
And if you look like you can probably see a dragon head.
Yeah.
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 And the rest of it's kind of his wing spread going on. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm going to come back on the 18th, which is the 2-week mark or whatever. just make sure everybody's still alive and thriving and moving and
Right.
good to go. You can do it late afternoon, right?
Yeah, like,
So I'm gonna do the 18th at 4 again, okay?
alright. And these are just regular appointments like the regular?
Yeah, just like me coming in, we'll sit down or stand or we'll do the hokey pokey, whatever y'all wanna do. And I'll probably just check to make sure that you guys have food, that everything's going okay. Hopefully by then I will have someone to talk to about the daycare issue, because this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, I used to be a director in daycare in Dayton, and I've never heard of this.
Caregiver means
So,
different.
and I'm like, okay, and I had some, I mean, I had some real different family units, and I've never heard of this, so we'll contact the people that we know and see if they can just cut in and get it all straightened out for you.
Okay, because that's like been on my
And
mind,
then
anxiety.
So if it is fixed, you are okay with him going back to Clickety Club, or you are not okay with him going back there?
She said something about the name changing and they had went down to another place, so I really am not sure.
Okay.
Once they fix that caregiver, and then I'll think about what I'm gonna do next, because
Okay.
really I didn't want that piece of paper that she gave me, that I had to mark everything out that said parent, because it all had caregiver, so I'm like, you know, I just don't like to be tricked, you know what I mean?
Right,
And
yeah.
so, and to me, that was like almost like a trick, because then it came back through the job center that, hey, you're a caregiver for the baby, and I'm not.
But you said you called the job center and they had you down as a parent. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm wondering if it's just at the daycare or something's going on there.
Yeah. Because other than that, he would have went, because he asked me today, he said, Mom, I'm going to daycare. I was like, oh, no, not today. Not today. Yeah, because I needed to say parent, because I don't know how that works with the child support, but caregiver's different when you do child support.
Right.
Yeah, so I needed to say parent, because that check needed to come with me. I done took care of him for the 3 years. All of us have. Yeah, so he ain't never, the guy, he ain't never helped to do nothing. So, I mean, he got to chip in just like everybody else.
Okay. So, all right. Well, do you have anything else for me? You guys need anything else? Everybody's good?
Good, good, I did.
All right. I'm sorry you don't get snow days. I do feel bad for you.
It was
That's the
alright,
only thing. Yeah, he still had to go.
I thought maybe it was like based off the local school district. I don't know. I've never done homeschool, so.
He still had to go.
It's still alright.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys hang in there, and if you need anything, you have my number, okay?
Okay,
And I'll see you on the 18th around 4.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's perfect.
All right.
All right, and you have a good night.
You too.
Well, good afternoon.
You too.
Where's your car?
It's right there.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Bye, Felicia.
What?
Wait a second. Sorry. I'm sorry.